Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to apply the Bachelorette Weekend decals to your wine glass. You're going to need a few supplies for this. You're going to need your decals, your glass. I like to use a rolled up t-shirt. You could use a rolled up towel. This is just going to help stabilize your glass when we get ready to put the decals on. I use a squeegee to apply mine. You don't have to go out and buy one of these squeegees. You can if you want. You can usually find them at the craft stores in the section with the crickets or the silhouettes and the vinyl supplies. But you can use a credit card or even a ruler, just something with a flat surface that you can help rub the decal onto your glass. You'll need some rubbing alcohol and some cotton balls or paper towels, whatever you have on hand. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and we're just going to go over the area of the glass where we're going to put the decal. This just removes fingerprints. It just makes sure that you're going to have a really nice clean surface for your decal to stick to. Now I do send these to you pre-rubbed and ready to apply, but it's always a good idea just to kind of go back over it one more time just to make sure that the decal is really stuck to the transfer tape well. So because this has two colors, anytime you have two colors, you're going to have to apply it separately. Vinyl only comes in single colors. So, I mean, it's just kind of unfortunately the way it is when you have more than one color on a decal. So with this particular style, I always put the Bachelorette Weekend on first, and then I put the name, the city, and the location on second. And the reason I do that is because, you know, like this one, the F and the J, they're going to hang down. And I just personally, my personal taste is I think it's kind of cute to have those hanging over the black letters. So you can do it however you want. That's just my preference. All right, so our glass should be nice and dry. It is. Okay. So I always take my glass, my glass, and I set it over my t-shirt. And this is just going to help stabilize the glass so it doesn't roll away from you. So you will notice that the back side of your decal has the grid paper and the top side has the tape. The transfer tape is what we're going to use to put it onto our glass with. So we are going to slowly remove our paper backing, and what you want to make sure is that everything is sticking to your transfer tape. You don't want anything left on the paper side. If anything is being stubborn and is just still stuck to the paper side, you just want to carefully lay it back down, re-rub, and then try again. And it should come off really easily for you. All right, so now we're ready to stick it onto our glass. You want to center it just kind of wherever you want it. And what you're going to want to do is always start in the center and work your way out to the sides. Because you're working on a curved surface, you have to be really careful that you don't get folds or bubbles. All right, so now that that's on there, we're going to take our squeegee or your credit card, whatever you have, and you're just going to go over it one more time just to make sure everything is, you know, really secured onto the glass. So now we're going to remove our transfer tape. And this part you want to do kind of slowly because you want to make sure that everything is sticking to the glass. If there's anything that's lifting with the tape, you're going to want to push that back down and just rub it again. So you just want to kind of go kind of slow and peel it back. All right, so we have our first step done. So now we're just going to go and do the same thing with the second one. Now, when I have text that's so far apart from each other, what I like to do, and you don't have to do this, I just find it's a little easier, is I like to cut a little slit in each side. And what that's going to do is going to allow you to stick the center down, but you're going to have some flexibility to work with the top and the bottom separately, but you'll be able to keep your spacing and it will stay centered for you. So now we're going to take off our paper backing just like we did with the first decal. And we're going to turn it around. So this gets kind of tricky because you have to line it up and you have to center it. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out exactly where we want it. And just like last time, we're going to start in the center. I don't think that was... And we're going to stick it in the center. And again, we're going to go down the middle. See, now I have the flexibility to work with this and with this separately. So we're going to put that on there. And we're going to do the same down here, being really careful to work out to the sides. Take our squeegee. All right, so now we're going to carefully pull up our transfer tape. If it rips, it's okay, because that's just the part we're removing. And since we cut those slits, it might. We're going to take that off. And there you have it. These glasses, I love them. I bought them at the Dollar Tree. They're big, they're thick, they're heavy. I find that the larger the glass you have, the better, because you have less curve, so it's just easier to get the decal on straight and without any bubbles or creases. So there you go. That is how you apply the Bachelorette Weekend decals.